All right, good morning, traders. Today is January 18th, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. My SPY pivot this morning is 472.50. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 produced daily candles that made lower lows and lower highs than the previous day. QQQ closed the day inside the bullish strap. That'd be the 3-ace trap, 3 EMA on top of the 8 EMA. SPY and FNGU closed below the bullish 3-ace trap, but over the trend indicator. That's the 17 EMA. IWM and Diamond Dow closed under the bearish 3/8 trap, under the trend indicator, so they remain in downtrends. GLD, gold, remains bullish, but has closed another day under the bearish 3/8 trap, under the 17 EMA trend indicator. Silver remains bearish, closing another day below the bearish 3/8 trap and below the 17 EMA trend indicator and below the daily downtrend line. USO staging a breakout of the downtrend, closing a daily candle above the bullish 3/8 trap and above the 17 EMA trend indicator and above the downtrend line. Okay, we'll see if they are finally going to break this downtrend. UNG trades a second day back at the midpoint of the daily uptrend around 570 level. US dollar index maintains its daily downtrend, but spiking the flat 200 from the underside. All right, so what does all this mean? Let's go take a look at some charts. So SPY gaps down yesterday, puts in a lower high and a lower low. So it's looking like it's going to fill the gap today and see how much further it can go from there. So there's SPY on the daily chart right here, closing underneath the 3 and underneath the 8 EMA, but just barely above the trend indicator right there. So SPY, if we zoom out a little bit, you can see still in a bull flag. And this would be our bull flag. I'll box it in for us. And that looks good. So you can see right through here is our bull flag, while all of this remains to be our flag post. All of that. So bull flag consolidating right up through here. Probably going to go back and forth here a couple more times. So what did we bounce off of yesterday? Let's take a look at what we bounced off of. So we'll zoom in, and you can see this daily uptrend line, which was made by connecting this low and this low and this low right here together, and we bounced off of this again yesterday. So we're back up here trying to fill the gap. So it looks like we may fill the gap. Also, this spike down into the downtrend line was provided to us by the US dollar rising in value, the US dollar index. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. All right, so QQQ closed inside the 3/8 trap. That's the bullish 3/8 trap because the 3 is on top of the 8. You can see that trap's over trend indicator. Balls are green right through there. So you can see QQQ still in bull mode. Again, bouncing off of the uptrend line right there. All right, let's take a look at IWM. So you can see QQQ still consolidating. Yesterday's candle, lower high, lower low. So just consolidating in a bull flag here. Let's put the quad lines on there, see where we're at in regards to that. You can see QQQ coming down, hitting the midpoint, and then bouncing up to the highs, but not making a new high. So getting a higher low here, and then bouncing up through would be normal behavior. So there's QQQ. Let's take a look at IWM. All right, so here's IWM, still in a downtrend, putting in a lower high and a lower low. All right, under the bearish 3/8 trap, under the trend indicator, and under the downtrend line. So, but we are finally hitting the minor support. You can see this green box through here. So here's minor support, IWM finally making contact with minor support. We'd like to see this bounce back up and test this resistance overhead. So we'll see how far they're going to get today. So right now it looks like they're bouncing up to almost the 190 level. So it looks like they might fill the gap from yesterday. So there's IWM, Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow under the 3/8 trap right here. That's the bearish trap because the 3 crossed underneath the 8. Trap's not underneath the trend indicator, but price action stayed underneath our 17 EMA trend indicator. So Diamond Dow rolling over here, but still in a bull flag. So we got to move up, and it's consolidating over to the right. So they've been up, came back, made a higher high, and they've just been waffling around here, up here at this 370 level. Now remember, Diamond Dow already put in new all-time highs. And it looks like we got a possible double top up here, so we'll see what happens with that. FNGU. So here's FNGU, came down here. All right, put in a higher low, makes a higher high. No, it doesn't make a higher high. Challenges the recent high, and now is pulled back to the uptrend line. And we're looking for FNGU to get back up here and challenge this high one more time and possibly make a new high and flag on top of that, kind of consolidate up there. So you can see FNGU hits the minor support, bounces up, doesn't quite make the new high, pulls back to trend, and now we're looking for this to consolidate and break out to the upside. So that's FNGU on the daily chart. Let's take a look at USO. All right, so here's USO, yesterday's candle. Gaps down, trades all the way back up. Here we have a downtrend line. USO trades back up over the downtrend line to close the day over the downtrend line. And kind of closing the bearish 3/8 trap there and opening up the bullish trap. You get the 3 on top of the 8 now, whereas it was below it before. So there's USO. Crude oil staging a comeback here. Again, we got a double bottom here and another higher double bottom here. I think this is the beginning of a new uptrend, and I think this downtrend is going to be broken soon. We'll see what happens. It's going to take a week or so. But you can see here's the downtrend line, and here's the price action refusing to go lower one more time. So there's USO breaking the down, about to break the downtrend. UNG already broke the downtrend and is in an uptrend pullback. So UNG trades from 450, makes a higher low, and then all the way up to 685 up here, and has pulled back to the midpoint of the last rally. So from 450 up to 685, pulling back to the midpoint, right about the 470 level, right about there, and consolidating through there. So we'd like to see UNG consolidate at the midpoint and eventually find its way back up to the prior highs. So UNG in an uptrend now, making higher lows and higher highs, looking for that next higher low. This could be it, and a re-challenge of the most recent highs. So there's UNG in an uptrend, whereas USO was in a downtrend. Silver still in a downtrend. You got the bearish 3/8 trap, the 3, which is the yellow line, underneath the gray one. And you can see silver right into major support right here. So we'll see if they break through major support. We could have a head and shoulders pattern play out to the downside to challenge these recent lows. Here's the head. This would be the right shoulder right through here, and the left shoulder right through there. So silver back at the lows right here at $20. So breaking below 20, we could see this thing down around 19 again. So there's silver on the daily chart. Daily candle, lower high, lower low. A lot of candles yesterday, lower highs and lower lows as compared to the previous day. So that's silver. Let's take a look at gold. So here's gold pulling back again, lower high, lower low, underneath the bearish 3/8 trap, and challenging this uptrend line here. And we're not sure if that's where that uptrend line goes, being since it's just one candle there to attach it to. So we'll see what happens. Probably goes up here. If it does go up there, it sure broke it right there. That would be a rubber band candle, and that's a break right there. So gold could be coming down with head and shoulders pattern, break of the neckline right through here. This would be our neckline. This would be the right through there. That would be our neckline. We'll see what happens if they get any follow through today. That right there would be our neckline. So we'll see what happens. Here's gold underneath the anchored VWAP right through here. You can see money probably coming out of gold as it is under our anchored VWAP. And we could take that anchored VWAP, move it down here, and we're still bullish. And if we move it over here, we're still bearish. Let's see. Here we're still bearish. Here we're still bearish because it's underneath. And it's not till we move it down to here that we're still bullish. So this could be a break. A lot of this does not see value in this average price that we're at right now. So there's gold. All right, let's take a look at some economic indicators. All right, we're going to go off first with the US dollar index. So here's the US dollar index. This would be yesterday's candle, this spiking sword that sticks up into the sky right there. So you can see us spike the flat 200, which is the blue line. All right, and we traded lower, and now we're coming back up through again today. We'll see what happens. But there is a, this was the spike candle. Here's the rubber band candle, and we break through the rubber band candle right there. And you can see price action coming back up through the flat 200. All right, so this could bring the markets down. The idea that the dollar is gaining in value because it makes our goods and services less competitive in the global economies. So when we go to trade with other countries, the conversion rate's going to be too high, and therefore they'll pass on some of our products and pick up some other products from other countries simply because the conversion rate would be too high. So that's why a strong dollar is not good for the markets. We like a weak dollar if you want the markets to go higher. But if you want the markets to go down, you want the dollar to gain in strength. So there's the US dollar, back up around 103.50, right at the flat 200. Max Pain for, we're well past the 17th. Let's try this one more time. All right, Max Pain, I'm not sure if they got that right, for today is 475. Economic calendar. We got a Fed speaker, Mr. Bostic is going to speak. Housing starts, going to come out at 8:30. Jobless claims, 8:30. Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, 8:30. Natural gas report at 10:30. And petroleum at 11. And Bostic's going to speak again at noon. So really not much going on unless these numbers come in way out of line. And for tomorrow, we got existing home sales. Be options expiration Friday. Michael Barr is going to speak. Consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. And another Fed speaker at 4 p.m. after the market closes. So really a light week. No main events this week. Everything's kind of a light week. Actually, the main event this week was the US dollar index breaking out of that bull flag. Here's that bull flag that comes up from right down here up to the downtrend line and then consolidated for 9 days over to the right. All right, for earnings this week, whole lot of financials. M&T, Truist, Fastenal. Fastenal's not financial stock, but it's a home builder right there. Taiwan Semiconductor still looking for their P&L. Northern Trust, KeyCorp. So a whole lot of financial stocks are going to report this week. So we'll see what's on the agenda for next week. Maybe tomorrow on Friday. See if we can find out what's going on, if we're going to get some of the big cap stocks. I don't see anything yet. Johnson & Johnson's pretty big. And Brown & Brown, they're average. More banks. All right. So they're getting, the financial sector is seems to be reporting first. So we'll see what happens again on the earnings calendar today. Nothing really big, just some small cap regional banks, Truist, PPG, and Fastnell. I think those are home builder companies, or materials for home builders. M&T, JB Hutt is transports. All right, so nothing really notable other than Taiwan Semiconductor, and they've been on there for a week. And tomorrow, Schlumberger is going to report, some insurance, and ICIC. I don't know if that's Carl Icahn's business or not, but it's only $80 billion there. So really a light week, mostly all financials. All right, so I'm going to take questions in the room, and I'm going to render the video. If you got any questions, go ahead and post them up in there. Looking like the dollar spiking back up again, so we'll see what happens with the markets, because they seem to have filled the gap in the pre-market, so we'll see what happens.